where in this pro forma, because you said it is stipulated in the pro forma. Can you please show me where it is stipulated?
Please, Manot, I don't know if that is a fair question. The witness said the import of section 217 is covered in the questionnaire. The witness now expected to point section 217 in the pro forma. We submit, my lord, that is not a fair question.
Yeah. Yes. May I respond by saying, my lord, the relevance of that question is founded on a prescribed formality that must be complied with.
Which is what?
Which is 217.
Okay, if you read this document, it says confession and admission.
That's
Should
correct.
I make any sense of it?
It makes sense. That's why.
Should I not?
My lord, may I just?
Okay, fine. You heard me.
Yes.
Because this document is headed confession and
admissions.
So you incorporate that maybe in your questions also.
Thank you, my lord. My follow-up question is, I wanted you to draw a distinction between a confession and admission, because they are governed by different provisions.
Once again, my lord, without trying to curtail my learned friend's cross-examination, that's a legal question. The difference between a confession and admission. I don't think it's a fair question to the witness.
Yes, my lord, in response to that, is a justice of peace. He should be familiar. He must be able to identify that at the present moment when I'm taking this, because it's a confession, when I'm doing this, it's an admission. So,
but sorry, I don't want to get involved in this. But this witness said that the requirements of section 217 is that a person must be warned in terms of section 35, and that this must be done freely and voluntarily. And I'm quoting him. I wrote it verbatim. That's what he says.
Yes. My lord, may I still insist on section 217 as it is not expressly provided in the pro forma?
No, quite so it is not.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's not.
That's correct, my lord.
Yeah,
may I proceed in terms of, because there's a reason why I'm asking this. If section 217, so let me just rephrase this by saying this. Have you taken confessions before? And for how long have you been doing this?
I've taken confessions before, and for the entire career of
Ngikwenzile-ke ukuthi-ke ngaphambilini-ke ama-confessions ngiwenzeke noma ngiwathathe sonke lesi sikhathi-ke ngisesiphoyiseni.
Have you obtained a special training in relation to the taking of a confessions and admissions during the course of your career?
Correct.
Nokuthi-ke ngiqeqeshiwe-ke noma ngitholile-ke ukuthi ngiqeqeshiwe-ke kwisikhathi-ke ngisebenza emaphoyiseni ukuthi ngiwathathe-ke noma ngiwabhale phansi ama-confession.
Can you explain that?
I was in various units in the service, and I've acquired more experience, even though not an expert, but I've acquired quite a lot of knowledge in respect to that.
Ngisebenzile ke kuma unit amaningi ke khona la ngaphakathi ke emaphoyiseni futhi ke ngaleso sikhathi ke ngisebenza ke ngiye ngathola ke isipiliyoni esiningi ke kuona ke umsebenzi lona noma ekwenzeni khona lokho noma ke ngekuthi ngiyena ke uchwepheshe nokuthi.
Thank you. In terms of Section 217 of Criminal Procedure Act, it makes a provision in terms of subsection 1 where a non-judicial officer can take a confession. Do you agree, or you want to read the provision before you give an answer?
I cannot dispute that.
Ukuthi uthi ke section 217 subsection 1 uthini ke ngokumayela naloyo ongasiyena ke umantshi ke ngokumayela nokuthatha confession uma usho kanjalo angeke ngikuphikise.
So, Section 217, 1B, Roman figure 2, is a confession taken by a judicial officer. You won't dispute that.
I won't dispute that.
Ukuthi-
Because
sorry.
the main fact is that even though it was taken by a judicial office or a policeman or any other person, it must be brought to court for a test.
Ukuthi ke wena uthi section 217 1B uthini ke mina ngizothi ke angeke ngiphikiseke kodwa ngizothi ke ukuthi uthathwe imantshi iphoyisa noma omunye umuntu kodwa ke gcineni kufanele ukuthi kuze enkantolo kube inkantolo ke ezokuvivinya lokho.
We'll get into that part. We are still laying the basis on the provision that governs confessions. My question, the next question is, from the distinction that I've drawn between 2171A and 2171B, which of these two provisions you took these confessions, this confession, the alleged confession? Which of the two provisions?
I took it under as a justice of the peace.
Ukuthi ke le statement lesi noma ke lokukhuluma lokho ke ukuvukisa uba ke ngakuthatha ngaphansi kwa yiphi ke section mina ngithathe ke nanjengolokubiza ngokuthi ke justice of the peace.
Thank you. Can you please, because I'm getting to that position as the justice of the peace. I asked the question as to between these two provisions, is the justice of the peace covered under section 2171A, or is it covered under section 2171B Roman figure 2?
So, please, my Lord, with the greatest of respect, the witness is now expected to be a legal expert. I think those are the issues that can be addressed when we address the court. The witness doesn't even have the criminal procedure
Fine.
act
Mr.
in front.
Mgomezulu, are you saying Lieutenant Colonel Rapadi is not entitled by law to take the confession?
My Lord,
Now
may I-
you want us him to give us a lecture.
No. That's not my intention.
Is he entitled to take, if he says he's a justice of a peace, is he
Yes.
entitled to take a confession?
But my Lord, we are governed by two provisions relating to the
I know.
taking of the confession.
Right.
Hence, I want him to give clarity in terms of his appointment as a justice of the peace.
But he just said, I took the confession because I am a justice of the peace. That's what he says, not me.
My Lord, may I, because we are governed by two provisions there. The simple question is, where does he belong between these two provisions? Is it from 1A or from
He's not a magistrate, for
1B?
instance.
He's not a magistrate.
Mr. Rapadi, are you a magistrate?
No, my lord.
What are you?
I'm a police official.
And are you entitled to take confessions?
That's correct, my lord.
As what?
As a justice of the peace.
Okay.
My Lord,
Angiyona imantshi ngiyiphoyisa yebo ke ngokomthetho ke ngivumelekile ukuthi ngithatheke noma ngenzeke i-confession nanjenge justice of the peace.
My Lord, I would submit with due respect that I'll take it as, or I'll argue it at a later stage because it's a legal point that I wanted to clarify. May I proceed with my cross-examination? So, you said you, for the first time you met the accused was on the 19th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ngisho ukuthi uqala kwami ukuhlangana naye-ke umsolo kwakungeyi-19.
So you received the instruction on the 18th from Mr. Kininda, from Brigadier Kininda. Is that correct?
Correct.
Mina-ke wangicela ngeyi-18 kuBrigadier Kininda.
When you received these instructions, you told the court that Jonathan and the escort brought Mr. Ntanzi to your office in Moroka police station.
Only Jonathan.
It's only Jonathan.
KwakuJonathan kuphela-ke owaletha uMr. Ntanzi e-ofisini yami eMoroka.
And when you took this confession, as per your, or when you completed the pro forma, there's somewhere it indicated that it was yourself and the interpreter. Can you clarify that point?
That's why I didn't make any annotations or any cancellations there, because I was interpreting for him.
Imbangela-ke ukuthi la kubhalwe khona-ke utolika ukuthi ngingasuli-ke ukuthi ngikucisheke lokho yingoba-ke mina-ke ngangimtolikele.
Oh, you regarded yourself as an interpreter. Are you a qualified interpreter?
Not in the real sense.
Hayi
I don't have documentation.
anginawo-ke amaphepha-ke athi-ke ngikutolika-ke o-qualified.
So according to your evidence, there was no communication breakdown between yourself and the
No,
accused.
no, we were flowing.
Ekhulumeni kwami naye-ke akukho okwakuthi la asizwana khona-ke inkulumo yayiqhubeka nje ihamba.
So now a statement according to, it was only you and the accused in that office.
Correct.
Kwakuyimina naye kuphela-ke kuleyo office leyo.
All right. Before I proceed with the questions, the version of the accused is that when he was booked out from Moroka police station, he was taken to Randfontein, where he is employed, or where he was employed. And from Randfontein, from Carltonville, I beg your pardon, from Carltonville. From Carltonville, he was then, at Carltonville, he was transported by Mabena and Mohan. You won't dispute that.
That I can deny. I can't deny. I wasn't part thereof.
So ukuthi-ke wasuka-ke noma wakhishwa-ke eMoroka wase ehanjiswa-ke eya eCarltonville. Usuke eCarltonville wahanjiswa-ke uMabhena noMuhane. Angikwazi-ke ukuphikisa into engangasiyona ingxenye yayo.
When they were still at Carltonville, Brigadier Kininda arrived, and he was in company of a lady, Mohola. And at that time, the accused was transported with a white Toyota Fortuner. You won't dispute that.
I will remain silent about it. I don't know.
Ngizothula-ke ngalokho ngoba angikwazi-ke ukuthi kwasefika uGininda ehamba noMukhula wase ehanjiswa ngefortune emhlophe.
When Kininda left, Brigadier Kininda left, they then took a direction towards Albertine, where they stopped at next to a filling station, which was opposite a company that is manufacturing steel.
That I don't know.
ukuthi baye Albertine bama kuphi nendawo angikwazi lokho.
He was choked, tortured, and assaulted by Mabena, Buthelezi, and Jonathan. You won't dispute it.
I do not know about it.
Ukuthi washaywa Mabena, uButhelezi kanye noJonathan angikwazi lokho.
So they insisted that he should tell them the truth about the murder case. When they choked him, they were using a silver plastic bag covering his face. You won't dispute that.
I do not know about it.
Angikwazi ke lokho ukuthi bamfaka ke iplastic ebusweni ababeyisebenzisa yona ke ukuthi bamcube eyayisilva ngombala.
They then took him to a place next to a dumping area. There's a place on the right-hand side, on the direction of Albertine, the dumping area where he was further choked, assaulted to make such a confession statement. Can you comment on that? Nothing. So
What I can say is that when he was brought to me and I asked him about being assaulted, he never mentioned anything to me about being assaulted. And he was just freely and being a happy person.
Engakusho mina ke kokona konke lokho ukuthi washaywa basiwa kuphi wenziwani uma efika ke phambi kwami akakazi asho lutho ngazi ngalezi zinto ke manje engitshela ukuthi washaywa ke wawumuntu nje owayekhululekile futhi ke happy.
you came to the picture after the assault in that area when he was driven by Mr. Mabena and Mukhan with a white Fortuner to Baragwanath Hospital. We call it Chris Hani Hospital, where they found you in company of your wife and you left the keys of the car to your wife.
I do not know anything about it.
Bena
I
ukuthi
haven't met anyone
And
among the accused persons. And
Sorry, you were saying he came into the picture at Baragwanath Hospital,
that's correct, my lord.
at the hospital,
At the hospital.
not in the vicinity of Baragwanath.
No,
at
the
inside the hospital.
That's correct, my lord.
Right, and then what happens? The assertion
Is
inside the
that
hospital?
the witness gave the car keys to his wife and there was a child.
I do not know of any incident. That assertion is wrong.
leyo nkulumo leyo ke irong angikwazi ke lokho ukuthi bahlangana nami ke noma bahlangana nami esibhedlele ke eBaragwana oyicisana eBaragwana ngase ninikeza ke unkosikazi wami ke ikhiya zemoto kwakunengane eyayikhona angikwazi nje lutho lokho.
Okay. Then you traveled from Crisani Hospital towards Orlando in Soweto, where this car was parked in an open area. And my instruction is that there were old ATM machines that were no longer functioning. And it's next to a dumping area.
No, I'll disagree with that.
Kuthi kwasekhanjwa ke kuyiwa ke manje Orlando eduze kwama ATM amadala angasasebenzi ngizophikisana nalokho.
Brigadier Kininda with Miss Muhola arrived with a white BMW, and there was also an escort at that time.
I'll disagree with that.
Uthi kwasefika uGininda umurhali behamba nge-BMW emhlophe kwakune-escort ngizophikisana nalokho.
Brigadier Gilinda, I didn't know him. At first, I didn't know him. I only knew him when he was phoning me.
Okokuqala ke uBrigadier Gininda ngangamazi. Ngazomazi ke uma engifonela.
Then Brigadier Gininda opened the boot of the BMW, the white BMW, and sat on the edge of the boot, of the open boot.
I'll disagree with that.
Ukuthi ke wasevula ke ibhuthi yayo ke iBMW leyo uGininda wahlala khona lapho ke emuva ke kwibhuthi evuliwe ngizophikisana nalokho.
Everyone was outside the motor vehicles. Then Brigadier Gininda took out documents and gave them to you.
I'll disagree with that.
Nokuthi ke wasekhipha ama documents uGininda wanikeza mina ngizophikisana nalokho.
The instruction from Brigadier Gininda was to the accused was that if you do not sign this document, the assault will carry on.
I do not know of any meeting with Brigadier Gilinda.
Angazani na nomhlangano ke kanye noBrigadier Gininda kuloko kusho umele ukuthi wasethi ke uGininda kumsola uma ukuthi ke wasayini lama document uzoqhubeka ke ushaywe. Angazani nomhlangano owawukhona kanye noGininda.
So the torturing, the tubing, assaulting of the accused carried on until until you told the police officers that were around, after seeing the condition of the accused, you asked them whether he's still alive. That's the question you asked.
I was never involved in any of those assaults, or I do not know. I was not there.
Ukuthi ke ngase ngibuza mina ke kulabo babemshaya ukuthi usaphila yini, angazani nalutho nje nokushaywa kwakhe ke ngangingekho lapho.
Then fearing for his life, after the plastic was removed from his face, then he was made to sign the document.
That's not correct. The documents, if you are referring to my confessions that I took, it all happened in the office at Morocco.
Akusona ke qinisa ukuthi ke ngokuthi ke manje sesakusela impilo yakhe wasesayinda ke idocument. Uma ukhuluma ngale confession mina ke engayithatha ke konke lokho kwenzeka ke eofisini eMorocco.
Then Mr. Mabena was in possession of a stamp which was used to take the thumbprint of the accused and attach it on the documents.
I'll disagree with that.
Ngizophikisana ke naloko ukuthi ke uMabena uyena ke oyiphethe istamp lesi ke oyibeka kusona ke isithupha sasesibekwa lana. Ngizophikisa lokho.
It was me who took his thumbprint.
Kwakuyimina umuntu ke owathatha isithupha sakhe.
My instruction is further to say that these documents were not all signed and there was no attachment of the thumbprint. So it was said to be incomplete. As a result, after he departed from that place, he was booked back to Moroka police station.
I'll disagree with that. It was done once in the office and I took the document with me.
Ukuthi ke kwase kutholakala ukuthi lama documents ke akuqedelelwanga noma ke awaphelele lokho ngizophikisana nakho konke kwenziwa ngaqeda officeini eMoroka ngase ngihamba nawo ama documents.
Sorry, Mr. Mezulu. You say it was discovered that these documents were not complete. What do you mean by that?
By signing
These documents were not completed.
pro forma, yes,
They were not
completed in terms of signing and
also, they were half signed, in other
half
words.
signed.
And the fingerprints also was half indented onto the documents.
That's correct.
The process was finished at
At Moroka police station.
Okay, fine.
I will disagree with that. The document I brought it myself. It was
That's it.
It was clearly completed in front of me, read back to him, and he put the signature and the thumbprint together with my signature.
Ngizokuphikisa ke lokho ukuthi lokho ke kwase kutholakala ukuthi ke aqediwe ke kwase kuyoqedelelwa ke eMoroka. Le document yeza nami ngagenza konke ngabhala ngamfundela wase ke uyasayina nami ngesayina ubeka nesithupha futhi. Konke lokho kwenzeka eofisini eMoroka.
And at Moroka police station, Jonathan was present, including other officers, when he signed for the second time and painting his thumbprint to complete the signing of the document.
He signed before me. There was no Jonathan in the office.
Wasayina phambi kwami kwangina Jonathan wayekhona eofisini.
If he will deny the fact that he ever made a statement, neither was a statement read back to him. He never made such a statement. The statement came with Brigadier Pininda, and he was ordered to sign that statement.
It is incorrect. He made it to me.
Akulona ke iqiniso ukuthi senza noGininda ke le statement wasenza kumina.
This means that he did not make a statement and he was not freely and voluntarily appending the signature on the statement.
He did all this freely and voluntarily, my lord.
Konke lokhu wakwenza ke ekhululekile kuphuma kuyena.
And on the requirement, he was coerced to make such, or to endorse or to append his signature on the written statement.
No, I disagree with that.
Ngizophikisa, sorry.
He put the signature thereof and the thumbprint freely.
In relation,
Ngizophikisana ke naloko uma uthi ke waphoqwa ke ukuthi akwenze lokho mina ngizothi wakuzenzeka ngokukhuleka ukuthi asayinde abeke nesithupha sakhe.
Sorry, Mr. Gomezulu,
my lord,
I don't wish to interfere. Was this at night when this was happening in that Orlando dumping place?
during the day, man.
That's during the day?
During the day,
Okay.
yes.
Thanks.
When we talk, may I proceed, Madam?
Yes, yes.
When we talk about the rights of the accused person, did it come to your attention that he was arrested on the 16th of June, 2020?
That's correct.
Yebo mangikhuluma ke naye ke ngama rights ke akhe noma ngitshela ngawo ngathola ke ukuthi waboshwa nge-16 kaJune 2020.
Did he indicate if there is another case he was arrested for, except the one it is alleged he made a confession on? Did he tell you?
Correct.
Yebo ngitshela ke bala nelinye ke icala ke awayeliboshelwe ke ngaphandle kwaleli ke icala.
What offense was that?
I didn't go into details. I just had the knowledge that he was arrested on another case.
Angizange ngifuneke noma ngingene ngijuleke mayelana nemininingwane ke ngayakuthola ke nje noma ngakuzwa ukuthi wayeboshelwe elinye icala futhi.
But let me put it to you as per his version, that he was arrested for being in possession of ammunition.
I will not disagree.
Angeke ngiphikise. Sir.
I will agree with that.
Angeke ngiphikiseke ngizovuma ke uma ethi yena ke wayeboshelwe ukutholakala nezinhlamvu.
And he was charged on the 16th of June 2020 for the same alleged offense.
That I don't know.
Ukuthi wachajwa ngazo lezo 16 zikaJune lezo ngoba echajwa lezo lelo qala lelo angikwazi ke.
My Lord, may I approach the
Yes, yes, yes.
My Lord, I'm in possession of the constitutional rights of the accused. I beg leave to show the witness if he can comment on this. Mr. Rapatu, do you see that the document and it reflects the constitutional rights? Do you see the document?
That's correct.
Ngiyabona ke leli phepha.
Is the handwriting legible for you to read it?
Correct.
Iyabonakala ke le handwriting ukuthi ngayifunda.
What is the charge that is preferred against the, in terms of the document?
Possession of unlicensed ammunition.
Lana ke icala ke welithwesiwe ukutholakala ke nezinhlamvu ezingekho emthethweni noma ngokungekho emthethweni.
So the date bearing on the document, what date reflecting there?
It's on the 19th of June 2020.
Date lana ke 19 June 2020.
Where was that? Does it mention the station, the time he was charged?
It says here it's Phuket.
Ithi ke ePhukeng.
He was arrested on the 19th, 2020, 22 hours, 45 minutes.
Uthi ke waboshwa nge-19 zikaJune 2020 isikhathi ke uthola 11 ebusuku.
So I just want to establish, if it's not relevant to you, was the accused person, when he was arrested on the 16th of June, charged, formally charged?
Was he arrested on the 19th of June or the 16th of
The
June?
16th of June. The question
The document
relates
says he was
the
arrested when?
19th.
It was arrested, he was arrested on the 19th.
Where, sir? Where? In Johannesburg, Phuket.
Phuket, Maloka.
On the 19th.
Yes,
Okay, fine.
22 hours 45.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
But the date of his arrest in the present case, you didn't deny the fact that he was arrested on the 16th of June, 2020. It came to your attention.
He said he will accept it because he is informing him. Not that he knew of the date of his arrest.
Hence, my Lord, I indicated if it's fair to him to answer that. I'm putting to you, sir, that on the 16th of June 2020, on the day in which he was arrested for the murder case, the accused person was not charged.
Can you rephrase your question?
Yeah.
sir?
May I ask the question again? On the 16th of June 2020, when the accused was arrested at Rustenburg and booked at Moroka police station, he was not formally charged until the date of the 19th, the date of the taking of the confession. He was not charged.
That was never mentioned to me, that he was not charged on this, because he was arrested on the 16th, he was brought to me on the 19th. It depends on which day of the week was he arrested. That can render the arrest questionable.
Ukuthi ke akazange achajwe ke noma kathweswe kwamacala nge-16 zika June 2020 umeboshwa wase elethwa kumina ke nge-19 akazange angitshele ke lokho nokuthi futhi ke kuya ngokuthi ke iliphi ilanga aboshwe ngalo ke noma aboshwa ngalo evikini elingenza ukuthi kube nemibuzo ke mayelana ke nohlobo noma indlela aboshwa ngayo.
And it is further my instruction that a second confession is allegedly made on the 24th of June 2020 in Boksburg. And at that time also, he was not charged, formally charged.
I cannot respond to that. I was done with my job.
Ukuthi ke nge-24 wase eyophinda futhi ke eyovula isifuba ke lokho angeke ngikusho ke noma ngiphendule ngase ngiqedile ngwami umsebenzi mina.
All right. Thank you. May I have the document?
That document must be read into the record. Please.
Thank you,
We
madam.
all know that. The contents of that document must be read into the record.
May I ask my colleague to read it? Or even if the witness can read it?
Are you not able to screen it there so that Mr. Baloyi? Okay, let your colleague read it, but it must be recorded.
Can I read? Can I read?
Okay, fine. The heading, everything. Yes.
The numbers, the OB number 713 06 2020. Cell number 294 /06 2020. There's another number 118 06 2020. Notice of rights in terms of the Constitution, Section 35 of Act number 108 of 1996. You are being detained for the following reason: possession of unlicensed ammunition. As a person who is detained, you have the following rights. You have the right to consult with a legal practitioner of your choice, or should you so prefer, to apply to the Legal Aid Board to be provided by the state with the services of a legal practitioner. B, you have the right to challenge the lawfulness of your detention in person before a court of law and to be released if such detention is unlawful. C, you have the right to be detained under conditions consonant with human dignity, which shall include at least the provision of adequate accommodation, nutrition, reading material, and medical treatment at state expense, and you have the right to be given the opportunity to communicate with and be visited by your spouse or partner, next of kin, religious counselor, and a medical practitioner of your choice. 3. As a person arrested for the alleged commission of an offense, you have the following rights. A. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say may be recorded and may be used as evidence against you. B. You are not compelled to make a confession or admission which could be used in evidence against you. You have the right to be brought before a court as soon as reasonably possibly, but not later than 48 hours after your arrest or the end of the first court day after the expiry of the 48 hours. If the 48 hours expire outside ordinary court hours or on a day which is not an ordinary court day, you have the right at the first court appearance after your arrest to be informed of the reason for your continued detention or to be released. And E, you have the right to be released from detention if the interests of justice permit, subject to reasonable conditions. You can exercise all the above mentioned rights at any stage during your detention. Then it goes on to say, certificate by detainee, I, Bongani Sandy Sondanzi, name of, in brackets, open brackets, name of detainee, close brackets, hereby certified that I have been informed in English, state language, of my rights in terms of the Constitution as set out above by Sergeant Mukhane, name of person, open brackets, name of person who informed the detainee, close brackets, and that I understand the contents thereof, date informed, 2020-06-19, time informed, 22:45, place informed, Pukeng, signature, thumbprint of detainee, there's a signature, my lord.
Yeah.
Signature of person who informed the detainee, there's a signature.
Is that Mukhale?
Mukhane,
Mukhane.
N-E.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, finish up. Is that all?
That is all. There's
Is there no space for an interpreter?
check
Because
there's
I know
another
that-
space.
I know the-
Certificate by third person as
Yes.
witness if required, but there are no. That's not completed.
No. Is there no space for an interpreter? There must be. It may not be completed because according to what we have read, it is assumed that the accused was competent in English. Are you with me? When Mr. Jonas, it says, certificate by a third person as witness, if required. You saw this?
Yes, I just read it.
Oh, I see. And then it says, state language of his rights in terms of the Constitution as set out. And then it says, name of the person who informed the detainee And then it says the contents thereof have been explained to him, right? And then, of course, the certificate of the third person is not. You can have a look at this. Apparently, this story is a long time. So according to that document, accused number, Mr. Tassi, rights were explained to him in English, according to that document.
Correct, madam.
Yebo ke ngoba le document amalungelo akhe Mr. Tanzi wawachazelwa ke nge-English nangesiNgisi.
Okay.
May I make a follow-up question?
Yes, sir, yes.
As it has been indicated that such rights were read to Mr. Ntanzi in English, one cannot come and confirm whether during the reading of such rights, it was interpreted to him, or can confirm that he understood his rights in terms of the document. Do you agree?
I agree.
Ngiyakuvuma ke ukuthi ke nanjengoba kushiwo lapho ukuthi amalungelo akhe wawatshela ngesiNgisi, akekho ke ozozovuma ke ukuthi wawezwa noma wawatolikela.
And in the absence of the interpreter, one cannot conclude by saying he fully understands what was contained in this document. Do you agree?
I will disagree with that.
Zokuphikisa ke uma ke utolika wayengekho umuntu angeke avumeke ukuthi wawazwisisa ke lawo malungelo lawo.
All right. So immediately after the completion of the pro forma, as well as taking the statement, did you make your own statement?
Correct.
Yebo ke sifuna ke sami engasenza ke statement.
Was it made under oath?
Yes.
Futhi ke ngasifungela
Before a commissioner of oath?
Correct.
phambi ke komuntu ke onelungelo ke lokuthi ke anga commissioner.
When did you make the statement? Which day was it?
The same day.
Ngasenza ngalelo langa lelo statement sami.
Sorry, just for the court's purposes, Mr. Baloyi, was that statement discovered or disclosed to all the councils?
Indeed, madam.
Okay. Right.
So you will agree with me that that an affidavit does not bear the date in which it was made and does not have the stamp.
It is not only the stamp that is put on an affidavit.
The date, I'm referring to the date in which it was made.
Yes. I made it on the very same day, on the 19th, and I handed it over to Brigadier 2 days.
Ngasenza ke sami statement ngalelo langa ngase ngisinikeza ke kena ubrigadier emva kwethuke ezimbili.
All right, let me just clarify this for the last time in relation to the rights that you explained to the accused. The rights that are expressly stated in the constitutional rights document that just the interpreter has read. Are not the same rights that you have explained to the accused during the taking of this or completion of this pro forma. Those rights are more detailed than what you have read to the accused.
Yes. in terms of Section 35, 1 is the rights of an arrested person.
Correct.
Umbuzo uthi ke
Two.
sorry.
Is the rights of when he's detained. 3 is the rights when he's been charged.
Usiyabuzwa ke ukuthi la malungelo aqoqa ufundwa manje ke lana ke enkantolo awafani ajulile wona ke kunala wena ke wamfundela wona ngalelelanga uthi yebo ke kunamalungelo ke ahlukeneke amalungelo ke owafundelayo uma boshwa uma uvalelwe ke usesitokisini kanye futhi ke noma ucharge noma ke usuthweswa amacala.
So the right to be brought before court within 48 hours, was that right explained in terms of your performance?
Right was never. It was never explained to him, because I suggest it was within the proximity that he must go to court on the very same day.
Ilungelo lelo lokuthi ke kufanele aye enkantolo ke kwisikhathi samahora awu-48 ke lelo alizange lichazwe ngoba eperforma njengoba ubuza ke ngoba ke mina ngayibona ke ukuthi kwakuse ileso sikhathi leso ke owayesengaya ngaso enkantolo.
All right. Then the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, was it explained to him?
That is basically more of on the issue of fair trial.
Ilungelo ke lokuthi manje usekufanele ukuthi ubone ke noma ke umsulu wakhe kuze kube inkantolo ke ikhupha isinqumo ke lokho ke kuphathelene nokuthi ke icala makuqulu icala liqulwa kanjani ke.
Thank you, sir. But now my concern is, when you were taking this confession or alleged confession, you will agree with me that...
Sorry, Mr. Please, just be specific. You said he never made the confession or the statement. Now you're saying when he was taking the said confession. Are you with me?
No, I can
Are you with
rephrase it. I'm with you, my
That's
lord.
it.
Yes. I'm concerned about the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. My question is, as per the instruction, as per the correction by Lordship, a statement was already, according to his version, a statement was already signed. But before he append a signature, did you explain a right to be presumed innocent until proven otherwise? Did you explain that right?
No.
Ilungelo ke lelo ngibuza ngalo ukuthi ke ngithi ke na ke umsulo kuze kube inkantolo yenza isinqumo lelo ke angizange ngichaze.
And at that time, it was imperative that you should have informed the accused that he has such a right, and by mere fact that a confession has been made does not constitute a conviction. Do you understand?
My understanding is that the confession that he made to me was still going to be put before the court for a test. I didn't presume any conviction based on the confession.
Kumina ke lokho awayengitshele kona ke ekukhuluma kumina ke ngangise novo ke mina ukuthi lokho kusezobekwa ngaphambi kwenkantolo kube inkantolo ke ezothatha isinqumo ngako. Mina ke angizange ngikuhlanganise ke lokho nokuthi manje ke usenecala ke noma uselahliwe icala.
Yes, yeah, in line with my question. In other words, in your mind, that right of being presumed innocent was still applicable to the accused.
like any police official, you are optimistic about your job that you are doing. And the main thing, you must put a win at the forefront.
Nanjengoba naliphike iphoyisa ke uma wenza ke umsebenzi wakho ke futhi ke uyimiseleke futhi nethemba uma wenza umsebenzi futhi ke ngaphambili ke ubeka ukuthi ke ubheke ukuphumelela noma impumeleleko lokho.
May I approach my colleague?
Yes, yes. Sorry, Mr. Bondo, what time is it?
27 minutes past 11. That's what my colleague was asking.
Oh, was he asking the time?
For
Until
the
15
normal
minutes adjournment?
No. There is no.
It really pains me that, you know, people think that I'm hiding something on the Meyiwa. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Sorry.
still. Yes, I can.
Yeah. It really pains me that people they're tarnishing my name on a matter that does not involve me. I was not part of the 8 suspects, including my son, when Meyiwa was murdered. I was sleeping at the time when I received a call from Zoli, and then I actually went to assist KD because she said, please come, Senzo has been shot. That's all what I did. But now people, especially in social media, haters, angry people, they attack me. They think that I was part of it. I even listened to the advocate, Advocate Tefo, whom have sent me messages and on text. If you can see the messages that this guy, and in fact, at first when this guy sent me text, I thought it's not a normal guy who's talking. The content doesn't make sense to me. You know, he said to me he was representing the Meyiwa family on the Senzo case, and he wants me to make a statement. And I told him straight, I said, I was not part of the 8 people. That I think the people who knows the truth, it's my son, Kelly Kumala, and the rest of the guys who were there. Because those people, Kelly, my son, and they have conscience. And then, I mean, they cannot actually, someone cannot be shot in their presence, and they're all silent about it. They know who killed Senzo. My son knows, Kelly knows, everybody knows. Not all the people in the social media, including Mr. Tefo. The 8 people knows who shot Senzo. I must be excluded, Cody. I was not there. I'm not part of it. And I'm not going to protect my son, Cody. I've said it before. If my son is the murderer, trust me, I'll come out there in support of all the people who actually want the perpetrators to go to jail. I will never protect him, Cody. I don't care how I love him. I love my son, yes, but if he's going to, if he's part of the people who made that Senzo, definitely. Even if even if there's a death sentence, I will support it. It would definitely be strange if they don't call them. They have to call them because they're the ones who know who shot Senzo. There's no other person who can tell South Africans the truth besides them.
And Kelly Kumalo, when she called you on that day of the 26th of October, what did she say to you? Do you still remember her words?
She was traumatized. She said to me, Senzo was shot. He's shot. Someone shot Senzo. She was very traumatized, and I was shocked, you know. And I jumped out of my bed. I drove straight. I even called Dr. Ivan Koza on my way to Fosloras, where Kelly stayed. I didn't even know her house, but I actually didn't go to her house because they said they had left. They had taken Senzo to hospital. So I actually met them at the hospital. Everyone was traumatized, including Senzo's best friend who came on the same day. Senzo went to pick up his friend. Remember, when Senzo passed on, he went to pick up his friend, I don't know, in Park Station or whatever, from Durban. So this man was present when Senzo was shot. Hence I'm saying that, why would your best friend not divulge who killed Senzo? I mean, that guy is Senzo's best friend. What I'm saying is that Senzo's friend, I believe that he can. I don't know that guy. I've never met him. I've never even seen him once. I've never called him or what. I don't know him. He must tell the truth. He was there. He was there when Senzo was killed. And if that guy can say it's my son, the police must immediately arrest my son. Send him to life sentence, whatever they want to do. I won't protect him. I won't even bail him, totally. I'm telling you right now. I won't even bail him. What I wanted to say that I believe that, you know, if the police can interrogate all the people that were present, clearly my son and everybody, and ask them, they'll get the truth. I don't want to actually say that they're responsible or not. I think that's the police job for them to find out.
Good morning, kings and queens. This is Abednego Nyoni. Just want to say, Uguti, these police officers who are or were investigating this case must be very, very, very lucky. I'm saying they are very lucky in the sense of Uguti, they found or the accused made their job very easy because he was excited and willing to give up information through confessions, you know, and pointing out, you know, at least they never have to work hard, allegedly, you know. They must be very, very lucky. And that must be one smart accused to just incriminate himself through pointing out and confessions and being happy at the same time. Wow. I'm just astonished.
Lieutenant Colonel?
Correct, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Colonel, in your experience, how many confessions have you made before this one?
Might be around about 20.
Ngaphandle kwalena ke ngaphambili ke ungasho nje ukuthi ke awu 20 ke esama confessions esengiwenzile.
Is it correct, Lieutenant Colonel, that the pro forma to a confession statement is used as guidelines in the obtaining of statements? You confirm that?
As
As guidelines.
that's correct, yes.
It is not a statutory form. It is not a statutory form.
Correct, yes.
Ukuthi ke iproforma lena ke isetshenziswa kanjenge ekuyona ke holayo noma ekhombisayo ukuthi kufanele kwenzeni.
During that process that you were having with the accused, the deponent, you were being guided by the form to a statement, exhibit HH. You confirm that?
Correct.
Nokuthi ke iyona ke ingayida ke le form lena ke kusona ke istatement ke ayizosenza noma asenza.
You also told this court that the accused was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. The 16th of June 2020 was a holiday. It's a youth day. You confirm that?
Yes, it's what he alleged to me.
Iloko ke bakusho mina ukuthi kwaboshwa ke ngazo i16th ka June 2020.
You confirm, Lieutenant Colonel, that the 17th of June 2020, which is the following day, it was a business day, it was an open day.
That I cannot deny.
Ukuthi ke isuku elilandelayo ke manje babuse usuku ke lenjwayelo usukuekusetshenzwa ngalo angeke ngiphike lo.
You also told this court, Lieutenant Colonel, in your evidence in chief that Brigadier Ginena called you again, that is after he had called you on the 18th of June 2020, he called you again on the morning of the 19th of June 2020. To confirm that?
Correct.
Shilo ke nokuthi emuva kokuthi angifonele uBrigadier Kinina nge18 uphinde ke futhi nange19 wangifonela.
When you were having a conversation with Brigadier Ginena, did he tell you what attempts he had made to secure the services of a magistrate?
No.
Akazange angitshele ukuthi yini ayenza ukuthi athole umantshi.
You also confirm that this form, which is used as a guideline, does not provide for the provisions or attempts that had been made by the police who called you to assist in the obtaining of a statement, in the securing of a magistrate. You confirm that this form does not provide
That's correct.
for the attempts which were made by the person who called you to assist to secure a magistrate. It does not provide that.
It does not provide.
Ayikhulumi lutho ke ngokuthi yini eyenziwa ke ukuzama ukuthola imantshi.
Let us now proceed, Lieutenant Colonel, to the following page of Exhibit HH, which deals with legal representation. You confirm, Lieutenant Colonel, that the rights which are contained at the top of page 2 refers to the category of persons, that is arrested persons, in terms of section 35, 1A to F of the Constitution. You confirm that the rights that you say you apprise the accused of relates to section 35, 1, small letter A to F of the Constitution. You confirm that?
I cannot be
following.
specific about the sections, but what I can say is that the rights that are given to him is for the purpose of a trial.
Ukuthi ke lama rights ke ukuthi aphansi kwayiphi ke section leko angeke qinisekise kodwa ke lama rights ke alana ke la engithi ngamtshela wona ke ma rights aphathelene nalo ke icala nokuqhulwa kwecala.
Lieutenant Colonel, what is your home language?
Sepedi.
Lami ke iSpedi.
You confirmed that yesterday you told this court that you understand or understood isiZulu because at some point before you joined the SAPS, you stayed at the hostel, so you understood isiZulu very well.
Correct.
Ngishilo ke ukuthi ke ngihlezi ke ehostel futhi ke isiZulu ngisazi kahle.
Can you then go to paragraph 1, Lieutenant Colonel? That is the first right that you apprised the accused of. You told this court that in terms of section 35 of the final constitution, you apprised the accused or the deponent of the following right: that he was informed of his right to remain silent and warned that anything he says may be held against him in a court of law. I'll just stop there for now. Can you please then translate in isiZulu for the benefit of the court as to what?
Not for my benefit, my mother is Zulu.
For the benefit, for my benefit.
Yeah, not for mine.
Sorry, my Lord, I did not know that your mother is Zulu. Speak. Yes.
Not to go with it.
Pardon, my Lord.
Not to go with it, Zulu. Not to go with it. Umpemba. Mpele. Okay, go on, sir.
Thank you for that moment.
Must you translate or interpret?
Yes, can you interpret then? Can you interpret? In isiZulu.
They say you must translate in other words.
Unelungelo lawuthi ungasho lutho ngoba lento uzoyisho la izobhala phansi isebenziswe njengofakazi ecourt.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the handbook or reading at the handbook, Lieutenant Colonel, which provides for the rights of arrested persons. I'm going to read it for the record. Section 35 deals with the rights of arrested, detained, and accused persons. Section 35(1) reads as follows: everyone who is arrested for allegedly committing an offense has a right, small letter A in bracket, to remain silent. Small letter B, to be informed promptly, 1, that is Roman figure 1 in bracket, of the right to remain silent, and Roman figure 2, of the consequences of not remaining silent. I'll stop there for now. In the rights that you apprise the accused or the deponent of, did you also explain to the accused of the consequences of not remaining silent?
Yes, I understand.
So my question, Lieutenant, was the following. When you were with the accused or the deponent, did you apprise him of the right to remain silent and the consequences of not remaining silent? That is the question I'm asking.
It was, I explained him the rights as set out in the format. I didn't go into details as to the book explains.
Ngithatheleke amalungelo ngokwendlela ke abhalwe ngayo khona la kwiform angiwachazanga ke ukuthi ke ngijuleke ngalendlela ke la encwadini bejule ngakhona.
Small letter C in bracket further goes
Sorry,
on.
Mr. Noma, that handbook, as you call it, it's for a policeman who finds a person committing an offense.
It is also for a police officer.
Now, the person who was making a confession was already arrested, according to him, that person. He says he was arrested on the 16th. And on the 19th, he takes a confessional statement.
Yes.
But the book we are quoting for him is for a person who is arrested now. You promptly advise him, as you have read out. Is it applicable to the exigency which he's dealing with?
Yes, to explain to him at that point when he was with the deponent of his rights again in terms of Section 35, so that
Okay.
he's aware of what is going to happen if he continues with the procedure of obtaining a statement from the accused person. That is my understanding.
I see. Okay.
Lieutenant Colonel, is it correct that you did not explain to the accused that he was not compelled to make any confession or admission that could be used in evidence against him? You confirm that?
No, I read that to him as part and parcel of his rights.
Ngiyamfundela ke lokho ukuthi ke akaphoqelekile ke ukuthi angenza ke noma angakhuluma lokho ongathi ke kusetshenziswe ngakuyena nanjengomfakazi ngayifunda ke le.
The right that I've read to you, where is it in the proforma? Exhibit HH. The one that you read to him.
At number 1.
Lena ke ile elapha yana phezulu ke ku number 1.
That anything he says may be used against him as evidence in a court of law.
Ukuthi ke nakuphi ke akushoyo kungasetshenziswa ke ngakuyena ke nanjengobufakazi enkantolo.
Let us move on, Lieutenant Colonel, to paragraph 12 of Exhibit HH. Maybe before we go to paragraph 12 of Exhibit HH, can we move to paragraph 11 of Exhibit HH? Paragraph 11 of Exhibit HH reads as follows. That is the question that you pose to the deponent. Have you at any time in the past made a statement, whether orally in writing, to any person concerning this incident? The answer was no. You confirm that?
Correct.
Ngiyavuma ke la uba unombuzo ke othi ingabe ngaphambilini ke usenzile yini istatement ke noma ke ngenkulumo noma ngobhala phansi komunye umuntu mayelana nalesehlakalo noma lesigameko. Impendulo yathi cha.
When this question, Lieutenant Colonel, is posed, that have you at any time in the past made any statement, whether orally or in writing, to any person, it relates to which person? It relates to which person? If you ask the deponent whether it made any statement in the past to any person, which person is it referring to? Do you know?
It refers to any investigating officer or any other person. Peace, justice of the peace.
Makuzwa ukuthi komunye nje umuntu ukhuluma ke ngakhuluma ke ngomseshi umphenyi wecala noma ke kulabo abizwa ngokuthi justice of peace.
If it were to include the investigation officer of this case, it will mean that when the accused or the deponent responded to you, he told you that he had not made any statement to the investigation officer in the past, before he appeared before you.
In overall, he has mentioned to me that he has not made any statement to anybody.
Awayekusho ke la ukuthi kazi nje enze istatement ke nakuphi umuntu.
If he were to make any statement either to the investigation officer or any person, it could be the justice of the peace. It could be at the time of the interview, before he appeared before you. Do you confirm that?
That's correct.
Makuwukuthi ke wayesenzile ke ngaphambili komunye umuntu noma kubani ke lokho kuzosho ukuthi ke ngaphambi kwakuthi azokhulumisana naye.
At paragraph 12, you also asked the deponent whether he was under arrest, and he confirmed that he had been arrested on the 16th of June 2020. Was it in respect of this case?
No, I didn't ask. That's why in my evidence in chief, I said that I didn't even want to know the contents.
The contents.
Yes.
ukuthi ke wayeboshelweni ngey'sikwini zika-June 2020 ngingako bengishelwa-ke nangaphambili ukuthi angizange ngifuneke ukuthi ngazi imininingwane.
At paragraph 16.1 of Exhibit HH, that is observation of the justice of the peace, I'm sorry. What did you observe? What were your observation? It starts at paragraph 16. Are you at this moment under influence of any liquor or drugs? The answer was no. Then at paragraph 16.1, observation by the justice of the peace, that is yourself. I see that there was no response there. What did you observe? What were your observation?
The observation was based on the issue of assault.
Uma ngithi-ke yini engayibonako okanye uma ngimbheka-ke lokho kwakuphathelene noma kwakumayela-ke nodaba lokushaywa.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Colonel. 16.1 deals with the following question that you posed to the deponent. Are you at this moment under the influence of any liquor and or drugs? The answer was no. So 16.1 is a follow-up to the question as paragraph 16. What was your observation with regards to the paragraph?
No, I understand. I'm sorry I made a mistake, my lord. The observation was that the accused person was clear from any usage of drugs. It was in the early hours of the morning. It was clean and at ease.
Ongakubona-ke noma uma ngimbheka-ke ukuthi-ke kwakungekho-ke iy'nkomba zokusetshenziswa kwey'dakamizwa futhi-ke kwakusekuseni njena futhi-ke eclean.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Tololo.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, I'm not ready to resume with my cross-examination at this stage. My lord, this morning I was furnished with a statement by the state, which is the statement of Sergeant Mohane. The statement, my lord, relates to the arrest of the witness of the accused that you are dealing with, and it relates to the detention, respectively, of the accused. Therefore, my lord, I'm asking for the permission or for time to compare the statement with the OB book entries. It was given to me when we were already here. I'm not sure with other defense counsel, but I'm talking for myself, my lord.
Mr. Louis.
Yes, I confirm that, my lord. I received it this morning, and I made copies for all counsel and explained to them that I've also just received it.
So what time do you need, ma'am? How much time?
My lord, maybe we can adjourn until tomorrow because I need to get the books from the state. I think they are here in court. Then I can use the afternoon to peruse the OB books in respect of this statement, my lord, or in respect of the content of the statement.
Yes, Mr. Pardon?
We have no objection against that.
The other counsels, Mr. Gomez, Mr. Nisi, and Mr. Nimalo.
No objection.
Lord, I confirm as well that the statement was finished to us in the morning, and in the light of its contents, my lord, will also seek to consult with accused number 2 because it specifically relates to his arrest and detention. Yesterday, my lord will recall that I managed to peruse the original registers, the OBs, the police pertaining to both accused number 1 and 2. However, my lord, we still also are waiting for Morocco, where the accused person was initially arrested, and after the alleged assault, he was taken to Primrose. So we are also looking for the registers for Primrose as well. We haven't been finished with this one, as the court process.
Okay. Are you available, Lieutenant Colonel, tomorrow?
Yes, my lord.
Malata, I can just mention that issues relating to a trial within a trial are raised only when the statement is handed up. So new issues arise and the state becomes for the first time of the issues, those issues what the defense of the accused is, and hence the statement was only made yesterday and finished to us this morning. It addresses the issues that were raised recently in the trial within the trial.
Okay. Because of those reasons, this court is reluctant to just postpone matters. As you know my attitude. But I don't want it to be said that I'm impeding, infringing the rights to a fair trial of the accused. So I will accede to the postponement until tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay.
Hi guys, the case has actually been postponed. Baloy came with statements which are late as well. There's a lot guys, there's a lot that is actually taking place. I don't know, tomorrow, they say tomorrow, we will actually see the proceedings of the court tomorrow. So definitely, let's see how it's going to unfold tomorrow. But what's your take? What do you see over this case? Do you think there's a lot of delays? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Lomo ka fish. Oh, Baloy dingampama. Yeah. Oh, no size. I could. Guys, I don't know. What's your take? Kama is saying tomorrow he'll bring another statement. Definitely, I know him. He's like that. Pro Zondo, you're saying what's happening? Okay. Lola Mile, you're saying Baloy is running this case like his household. Yeah, guys. More and more delays. Okay. Guys, so let me just sign out now. We will actually communicate tomorrow. Not that I'm going to go through your videos. Again, I saw the videos. I was working with the other previous video, so there was a bit of sound that was in it. So I'm going to download these other videos. Then tomorrow I'll be able to play them and or even post them. Obitsen, you're saying Sia go wisha. So guys, let's see how it's going to be like tomorrow. Have a powerful day today, and just stay safe, and we know that everything is going to be all right tomorrow. Definitely everything is going to be in order tomorrow. Okay, residents are coming. Let me just go. All right.
Ngiyamemeza nguma wakho namhlanje ngithi awukhulume mntanami, uyamazi umuntu okudubula yalazi igama lakhe baba kaSenzo, hlangana noSenzo umndeni wakaMeyiwa kaNomdaka kasingile, hlanganani namhlanje amaqiniso ahlala oba lesikhathi sidiniwe odbedlala ngathi ngoba singenamali beneyimali ezinkulu. Imali ibhadli lapha ingane kaSenzo bayazi nokuthi ifunda ngani esikoleni, bazozenza lezi mali, bazoyenza le mali bayazi nokuyazi sikhatheni. Vuka Senzo, vuka mntanami ethuneni, baba kaSenzo vuka, vukani nime nilwe ilwani manje isikhathi ukuthi nilwe mndeni wakaMeyiwa basingile baphikhosi, vukani emathuneni, vuka namba abantu badlala ngathi sekwanele badlala ngathi ngoba singenamali beneyimali. Hayi kwanele manje lezinyembe sezikhalayo zincane kunenjabulo sisazojabula emndenini wakaMeyiwa. Kwanele.
Look, we hold a view, and a very strong view, that Senzo was killed, and those people in the house know who killed Senzo. We're more than convinced. Personally, I'm more than convinced Kelly knows. I'm more than convinced that she knows something. And there must be a way she must be held accountable. But it must be done in an orderly manner so that its outcome is not questionable.
us your name, your position, and how long you've been at the club.
My name is Senzo Meyiwa, Orlando Pirates goalkeeper, and I've been 10 years at Orlando Pirates. I'm the best.